Hi guys, so I know I told you in my review for these contact lenses that I was going to possibly film a tutorial for you guys with this with this eyes, so I thought I should just come on. I had nothing to do today except working on a flyer that I finished. So I want to do an updated makeup face tutorial, I guess. I've never done a tutorial on this kind of camera before, and I don't know how to cut and edit or whatever. We'll see. It might just have to be like big chunks of like long video, but we'll see. But I'm still gonna film it, so if it's long, it's long. If it's not, then oh my god! I hate when people like have two dogs and they're talking to each other and they're barking all the time. They just ignore it and like people. Anyway. I'm just going to do my eyebrows first because I'm too lazy to have that on video because that'll just take too much time. So I'll come back with my eyebrows done and I'll go from there. Bye. Okay, so I have my eyebrows currently like drying, but I like to cut at times so I can just start my face and then have that be dry by the time I get to them. Before you do everything, you make sure your face is moisturized and primed. If you have primer, I don't have primer. But if you have dark hair shadow, I guess what it's called. I only have it down here, but I have it here and here, and I don't know if it's just the shadow of my face, but I always have like a darkness right here anyway, even if I block it out. Like if you can see, like, because I have like these things, like these cheek things that kind of shadow it. But then I just like to go over, I have one of these this is a Ben Nye color contour wheel in a medium. It's got like a red, we got powder all over it, but you get the idea. It's got salmon color, red. I'm gonna use like a salmon color. You can use a lipstick. That's like the old school way. I would just use a straight up red, but I think orangey red kind of counterbalance the blue a little better. And I do a little bit under my eyes because I have zombie bags. Just a little bit, like kind of like if you're putting on concealer, but not, I guess. And if you want to, you can put a little bit on your eyebrows. Say a little bit of Nigel Thornberry realness going on. I just like to make sure that one's more blended out because that's where like the highlight will be eventually. And just a little bit here. Smash it. Like I'm not really trying to cover it up, I'm just trying to get the color to like lay over it, to cancel it out. Done. Why would you want to go out like hella painted up when you can just go look like this? Like really, why wouldn't you want to go out like this? I'm just gonna go on to foundations. I like to take my Krylon T paint stick, and this is my 1W one, and I just go over those. Oops. Not completely, but you know the idea basically. I'm not gonna touch these yet because they're still kind of drying underneath. Do this, and maybe here. And I guess I can just go on my nose too. I switch it up all the time. Then I'm going to take my little brush that's not made for doing this, but it's a Bare Minerals brush, and it's for like contouring, I think, but it's a kind of a compact real hair. It's not synthetic. I don't know why. It's just softer, and I just like to kind of like hold it kind of lightly and just kind of just flick it on the skin to blend out those initial edges. Just the edges, really, not really trying to like disperse the product, really. Just trying to feather. Because I'm going to go in and blend everything together with a sponge. So I just don't want to move it too much so it mixes with the red. I want to just kind of feather out the edges. Nothing too major. And then I'm going to take my foundation, like my base foundation, which is Natural Fair by Ben Nye, and I might just take a brush, I guess, today. Do I have like a big brush, foundation brush, that's not dirty? I just to kind of load up a brush, like load it up. Both sides. It's pretty dark, as you can see how much different it is. And then just kind of, I'm initially just kind of patting it on first. In the places I want it. Basically, with like the contour will be kind of, since it's like a more tan color than I actually am. And just kind of roughly put that there. Put some on my jaw. I'm not going to do all of my neck because I'm not going out. I'm just doing this for you guys. So I'm just going to put it here. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing now. Here. And blend that. I'll do to my chin at least. Then I take a lighter kind of foundation. This one is in Shinsei Ivory. Is that a Japanese word? And I'm gonna take a smaller concealer brush and just kind of put it in the transition between those. This isn't really what I always do. I'm just doing it because this seems a little bit more organized for you guys, so you're not like completely bombarded with randomness. Just having the different color foundations make it easier to blend together later. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but if I change the lighting, that's a little bit better. I mean, it's not as bright, but you can see the colors more, I guess. Going back with the regular foundation. And then finally, Clown White. This is Krylon. I prefer Ben Nye. I didn't like Ben Nye at first. I didn't know how good I had it till he was gone. So you can basically see, like, it looks like a posterized, like, portrait. You can see, like, the different levels of the color. So I'm gonna go and get a sponge. I'll be back. I'm gonna come and blend all this together. And I have my little wet sponge. This is this normal little cosmetic sponge you get from Target or Walmart or whatever. And I want to start here, and I'm gonna just dab going in that direction. I'm not gonna go like in circles. I'm just gonna kind of press and have them kind of merge together on their own. And then after I'm gonna blend those all out, I wanted to go in and reapply what needs to be reapplied, what needs to be, you know, re-highlighted and re-contoured and all that stuff. So that part's already coming together a little bit. And for this one, I'm going to flip it upside down, since the highlight is on the bottom now. I mean, you can use your fingers for this, but I like a sponge, because I feel like the sponge gives a more flawless finish to it. I just flip the sponge over. And then I'm just going to gently, try not to move anything, just kind of dab dab and soften this. And then going into everything else and just kind of blending it together. I think that actually looks kind of decent for what it is. If you can see the color in it. If I had to hold up a white thing next to my face, you can see the difference in color. Nope. Oh well. Now I think I'm going to go over with my foundation. Over my brows. I'm only going to cover up what I need to cover up, basically, just to save myself the trouble. Starting from the bottom and then moving up. I'm using dabbing motions. I'm kind of flickering that down. I'm not bringing it to my lid yet because I want to put a primer on my eye before the makeup. And I use a dab motion because I'm kind of lazy when it comes to my eyebrows and I don't completely cover them with glue. I just let the makeup kind of cover it up for me sometimes. And maybe a little bit more here. So this one's a little bit more covered up than this one, but that's okay. But I want to cover up that red. I'm gonna add a little bit more white right under my eyes to give like an underpainting. I used to always underpaint, if you notice. I always did my contour, highlight, everything under my powder and then just did it all over again with powder. But I've been trying to do a little bit softer lately because I've been doing more like, you know, fishy club looks for my pageant and stuff, so I can't wait till I can start to do more alternative looks, so. I usually just kind of roughly apply whatever I want to blend out, and then just kind of use the sponge movement to blend it in the direction I want it to go. La, 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 la. I like to highlight under my powder because I get kind of paranoid that if I use white powder and stuff, it'll just look ashy, because it does usually. Just a little flick. I might do a little bit more of a dramatic look tonight, if you guys don't mind, because I've been doing all these club appearances and having to look like a real girl and all that stuff, and it's not fun. So I want to do more fun, dramatic shit. I think that's okay.